Boxing King Media in association with Boxro Sunday Morning. Sam Jones, thank you for your time. We're talking the big fight, Eubank Jr. Smith. Before we talk about the actual fight, I just wanted to ask you about, I'm guessing you watched it at home. What did you think to the atmosphere and just the build up to the event?
Yeah, mate, it looked like it was a fantastic atmosphere, but it usually always is at the MEN. I've been to some great nights there, and it always generates a brilliant atmosphere. And yeah, I think the majority of the fans there were there for Liam Smith. There's a lot of Scousers there, and yeah, it was a fantastic atmosphere. Great night of boxing. The card was good, to be honest. I enjoyed the whole card.
Chris Eubank promised to trade with Liam Smith, but the tactics straight away were boxing on the outside. So just before we get to the conclusion of the fight, what did you make of the tactics that he employed in that fight early on?
Eubank tactics.
Yeah, boxing on the outside.
It's hard to really say because I don't want to like rip into Eubank, but Roy Jones Jr. is one of the best fighters of all time, yeah? And a lot of people would suggest that in his prime, he was unbeatable. But as a coach for Eubank, it's not worked. Do you understand what I mean? He's not brought the best out of Eubank. Eubank's not really a boxer. Eubank is a pressure fighter that imposes his strength, his engine, good chin, that's strong, good work rate. And yeah, listen, he had a good, steady couple of rounds, but Liam is just a better boxer than him, just better than him, and caught him with a huge shot and flattened him, just poleaxed him, and that's it. And there's nothing really too much more to say. Is that like Eubank is not an elite fighter. He's not really even world class. I would say he's a very good fighter, but he's not world class. Liam Smith is world class.
Saying that though, his losses have been the Billy Joe Saunders fight was
Yeah,
close. The
to
George
world class fighters.
Yeah. So does that not mean he's kind of there, but maybe just not?
You can probably mix it because he can mix it, but he's not world class.
Did that knockout shock you? Because the ringside reaction,
Yeah,
everyone was shocked.
100% shocked me. But as I said all week, I was fully confident Liam Smith was going to win the fight because
How
he's
did?
just better than him.
Because most people were expecting it to go to points.
Yeah, I expected Liam Smith unanimous. I expected Liam Smith unanimous decision, and I was like almost not certain about it because you never really know in boxing, but I was pretty sure that Liam Smith was going to win the fight.
No one's ever seen Chris hurt like that. There's been a lot of assumptions whether it was the weight draining, making weight over the last 6 months. Do you think that played a factor?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it might have played a factor, but it just ultimately, let's just put it down to Liam Smith being the better man, just a better fighter. I tweeted about it the other day. Liam Smith is the most underrated, underappreciated fighter we've had in years in this country. Fantastic fighter.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because he's not brash. He's not a huge outspoken guy. He just gets on with it. But he's as are the whole Smith family, mate. Do you know what I mean? They're a special family from Liverpool. They're the Smith brothers. And like what I said the other day, I would like to see the promoters work together to get Callum and Liam on the same show and do a show at Anfield. Put Callum in a world title fight, Liam in a world title fight. You could put Natasha Jonas on there and have a huge night at Anfield because the brothers deserve that, in my opinion. Liam and his brother Callum both deserve that. The Smith family deserve that.
Could you see Eddie Hearn and Ben Shalom working together for something like
that?
They've
worked together. They've worked together with other fights. So why can't they do that? Why can't one of them promote the show, but then let the other one fight on that card? It's good for business.
Because there's a lot of assumptions that Chris should maybe retire, and
Chris isn't going to retire on that. He should do, in my opinion, but I just don't see him. I don't see him doing that. But he's going to have to come down like a whole other level, in my opinion. And I don't know, but I don't really know who he fights. If I'm perfectly honest.
What did you think of the way he was boxing? A lot of upper body movement and all that sort of stuff.
No, it's not him. That isn't him. That's not him, is it? You stick to what you're good at, don't you? Like in Eubank, as I say, like he beat James DeGale at the O2. I was there. It's the night Joe Joyce boxed the Bermain Stiverne. He was the undercard to DeGale. DeGale was shot to pieces that night. It was a good win, but Liam, he won that fight because he was ferocious. You know what I mean? Like he went for it. Like boxing on the back foot against Liam Smith. Yeah, he did okay at the start, but Liam was getting to him. Liam was like landing good shots, and it's just not him. It wasn't. Maybe he just can't do that anymore. Maybe he's again. It catches up to everyone, doesn't it? He's 33. He's been in some wars, hasn't he, in his career, Eubank, and I don't want to bash him too much. I mean, Eubank, he's had an amazing career for his limited skill set. He's had an amazing career. He's earned way more money than the vast majority of boxers out there that before him and after him. Like, so, I credit Eubank Jr. He's as tough as old boots. He's just not a world class fighter like Liam Smith is.
If there is a rematch, do you see any other result?
No, it should. This is the thing, right? In boxing, some people don't understand that, and I get it because it's Calla and Lissa's job to get Eubank the rematch clause, and that's fair. That's what it's for, to financially protect him, and like things go wrong, like a cut or an injury. But because it was so conclusive, no, it just won't sell. That fight will not like. Listen, people will go out and watch it. Do you know what I mean? People will go out and watch it, but you can't put it pay-per-view again. You couldn't put that fight pay-per-view again. Like it's not a bigger, because it was so conclusive. It was just, you can't get any more conclusive than a 4-round flattening. You understand what I mean? You can't get any more conclusive than that. So I just think that if Eubank wants to carry on, maybe go down again and have a, because listen, he lives the life, Eubank. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's shot to bits, but like, I just think he got beat by the better man. So like Eubank can carry on. He's a big name, and I'm sure he will get fights, but he'll have to take it down a notch or two in his next fight. And I would like to see. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Kell Brook coming back. Like I say, I don't want to see Kell Brook coming back. He needs to just stay retired. But if he does come back, that would be a great fight for Liam Smith. Him against Kell Brook. Great fight.
We'll hopefully get the lowdown on that. I'm seeing Dominic Ingle in a couple of hours and see what he's got to say on that, because we've not heard from Kell or his team. We've just heard that from everyone at Boxer. Ben Shalom particularly was obviously mentioned Kell's name. If it is not Kell Brook or even Eubank, who do you think, like, what route should Liam Smith go down?
I honestly, I don't know.
Triple G's name was mentioned.
I don't want to see. I'm just saying as a personal thing. I don't want to see Triple G fight again. I think he's 41 years old, and he's not the same guy anymore. He's not he was. I don't know. Like, it's a good fight commercially for Liam Smith. Do you know what I mean? That is an Anfield fight against someone like Triple G. So I would understand Ben Shalom and Boxer going down that route for Liam if that was the case. That's good business. But I'm saying as a personal thing, I don't want to see Golovkin fight anymore. Liam Smith could retire. He's completed boxing, hasn't he? He doesn't need to fight again. But like, he will, like, he just to have the sprinkles on an unbelievable career. He'll probably want to have a couple more and sign off with an Anfield fight, which again, like, him and his family deserve, in my opinion.
And I've got to ask you, did you see Conor Benn's reaction on Instagram? You know, what was
I did, yeah. I mean, listen, there's a lot to come out about the Conor Benn situation. I was asked many times about what my opinions about whether he's cheated or not. It looked like he's cheated, but unless Conor Benn is a complete maniac and like there's something psychologically wrong with him, I'm starting to believe that he's not done anything wrong, because he's employed like the third best scientist. I know this for a fact, by the way. He's employed the third best scientist in the world to like do his case. Like, you're not going to do that, like, and spend all that money on trying to kind of clear your name. If it's not, you just kind of get on with it, accept you're the bad guy and move on. Because either way, even if Conor, like when Conor does, if or when he proves his innocence, like what he 100% thinks he's going to do, this is the thing. A lot of people in boxing have agendas. A lot of people you can kind of see, oh, they want him to be guilty. Do you understand what I mean? I'm happy. Like, I want to literally, I'm dying to apologize. I'm dying to apologize. I want him to come out of it and say fuck you to everyone. I'm guilty, and sorry, I'm not guilty, and that this is what's happened. Because because that's what I mean. I want him to, because he was great for boxing, and like, he's been missed, and I want him to be. There's some great fights for him to be involved in. So let's hope he does clear his name, and so he can resume his career. That was going off really well. So yeah, I did. So going back to it, I did see his post, and he's a frustrated guy. He's a frustrated guy, and he wants to get back in the mix. And like what I said yesterday, I know it probably was not a popular thing to say, but Conor Benn would have flattened Eubank if that was it. It would have flattened him. Conor Benn can bang, so like that he would have sent Chris Eubank to the flipping the moon and back with that. It was so it was probably a good thing that fight did get cancelled.
Do you think Conor maybe saw that as an opportunity? Because to be fair, Chris has been, whenever he's had the chance over the last
Yeah,
few months,
digging him.
he's been digging him. So maybe that was his opportunity to, like, right, it's my turn now.
This is the thing. I don't really like when people like probably kick people when they're down, like laugh at it. But when you are doing it yourself, like when Billy Joe lost against Canelo, he was on Instagram laughing at Billy Joe. Mate, all's fair in love and war, mate. Like, you've got to, if you're gonna give it, you're gonna have to take it, and that's the business we're in. But Eubank was very humble in defeat, but he kind of had to be, because he just got poleaxed. But it was this is why boxing's the best sport in the world, mate, because you can have a dispute, you can have like a personal row, but you can get in there and legally sort it out. Do you understand what I mean? That's why boxing's an amazing sport. And they both shook hands. I'm sure they'll never go for dinner together, but they touched gloves and they showed respect at the end. And that's what it's all about, mate. That's why boxing is the greatest sport in this world.
I wanted to highlight that because I saw a lot of the comments on Connor's feed, and obviously he was getting slated, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that he's had it quite bad as well. So he obviously
Listen, can you imagine? Yeah, imagine this. Yeah, and this is myself included on this. I've been asked numerous times, did I think Conor Benn cheated? But I don't want to believe he's cheated. But all the kind of all the paths kind of connected to the fact that he's cheated. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. But Conor Benn is adamant, and I mean adamant, and like spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on proving his innocence. Yeah, when it's cheaper just to get on with the job. Do you understand what I mean? The same way Canelo Alvarez has done, the same way Jarrell Miller's kind of done. It's kind of just brush. Like, lots of fighters in this country have failed drug tests, and it's just kind of gone. But Conor is like angry about it, and he spent hundreds of thousands clearing his name. So I hope, and as I say, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? But people in boxing have agendas. They kind of want him to have cheated, so they're like, yeah, it's something to talk about. Me, I want to put my hands up and say, Conor, I apologize, mate. I apologize for thinking that of you. I just gave my honest opinion, but I apologize to you, because imagine, if he hasn't cheated, imagine how hard that's been. This month's been to him, like trolls messaging, because you know how it is. People messaging you, abuse, his family. I mean, it's bad, isn't it? But let's hope he does. Let's hope he proves his innocence and resumes his career, and everyone can apologize to him, and we all get on with it.
Yep, Sam. Nice words there. And just to wrap up on yourself, you kind of vanished from the scene, and over the years you've been a great asset to fighters, promoters, etc. with the way you carry yourself and the way you kind of bring hype to fights. You're a great talker.
Vanished.
So,
Vanished.
I think boxing's missing you. So when on earth are you gonna come back to the shows? Because I'd rather prefer interviewing you in person than over Zoom.
Mate, very soon, mate. Very, very, very soon. Let's yeah, very soon, mate. Very, very soon, mate. I love boxing, mate. I love boxing. It's my biggest like achievement. I love this sport, mate, and I believe I've got a lot to give in this sport. I really do. I'm as I say, I'm 34 years old, and I genuinely believe I've got so much to give. I've been in boxing about 6, 7 years, and I think I've done okay. Last year wasn't a great year, if I'm honest. But listen, I can have one bad year, and out of 6 and 7, and I would have took that when I started in the game. So I'm looking forward to it, mate. I'm so hungry and motivated. When I watch stuff like that last night, mate, it makes me love the sport even more. Do you know what I mean? And I know I can be a part of stuff like that, because although I'm not talented, I believe I can offer a lot to this sport and fighters. I really do believe that.
I always
So
tell everyone, now that everyone's on the Joe Joyce bandwagon, the guy that was shouting from the rooftops years ago when people were saying, "What's this guy doing? He's slow, he's this, is that." He's now, most people are saying, the second best heavyweight on the world. Sam Jones was raving about him. So I always like to remind people of that. So it'd be great to see you back on the scene very soon.
yeah, thank you very much, mate. And I'll see you very, very soon at a show.
Hopefully, Sam. Let's make it a deal. The next interview needs to be in face to face.
Has to be, mate. I tell you what, are you going to the Anthony Yard fight next week?
I will be. Yep.
I will be there next week, my friend.
I'll see you there, Sam. Thank you so much for your time.
Man, mate, see you in a bit.